Good morning, class. I'm Mary Ann Azela, your teacher in mathematics. So, before we start our lesson, class kindly stand for the opening prayer. So, may I call Kimberly to lead the prayer? Again, good morning, class. So, before you may take your seat, kindly pick up the pieces of brush and arrange your chairs. Marian, last meeting, I assigned you to monitor the class attendance. So, may I know who are the absent today? Very good. Maintain that perfect attendance. So before we proceed to our next topic, let us have a short review of what we have discussed last meeting. So, who among you still remember our last topic? Yes, Gabriel? Exactly. What do you mean by integer? Yes, Frank? Very good. So, how will you define the absolute value of a number? Yes, Keisha? Okay, thank you. It feels great that you still remember our last topic. Have fully understood our last topic. So now, we will proceed to the next. But before that, we may formally start our lesson. I will show you a video clip entitled Application of Integers in Real Life. So while watching the video, you're going to take note of what you have noticed in the video. Is that clear? So, if that's so, here is the video. So class, what can you say about the video? Yes, Miguel? Thank you. Another? Yes, Kyle? Exactly. So we can't deny the fact that almost all the students nowadays hate mathematics a lot. So, but why? Though mathematics is really part of our life. Everything we do is part of math. When we are eating, taking a bath, or even when we travel. There is always an integration of mathematics. So, did I make myself clear, class? Since you have a good observation in the video that you have been watched, let us an activity that is related to our topic. So class, are you excited? So I will group you into 4. Please, class, count to 1 to 4. So go to your respective group. What you're going to do is to create a graphic organizer. So here, I have here a box where you will pick your topic, then choose one representative to present your output. Is that clear? So, representative of each group, kindly come here in front and pick your topic from the box. Class, here an example of the graphic organizer. So, I will give you 3 minutes to do your activity and 2 minutes for the explanation of your output. Is that clear? Is there any question? So class, are you ready? So, you may start now. Time's up. Everybody go back to your seat. So, okay now. Group 1, kindly present your output. Out group number 2. Please present your topic. Thank you. So, to discuss the work of Group 3, may I call on Amira? Thank you. And the last but not the least, may I call on Gabriel to the work of Group 4. So, thank you very much, class. So, for Group 1, Group 2, and Group 3, and also the Group 4. Now, what have you noticed on our activity? Yes, Kim? Very good. So now, let us start our discussion. Today we are going to discuss about the 4 operations on integers. So Frank, what is the 4 operation of integers? So the 4 operations on integers are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So, in this lesson, you will learn how to perform addition, subtraction, and multiplication, and also the division of integers. So now, let us first discuss the addition of integers. So rule number 1 for adding integers. The sum of two positive integers is always positive. Example, 5 plus 1 equals 6. So rule number 2, the sum of a positive and negative integers is always negative. Example, negative 5 plus negative 1 equals to negative 6. So number 3, the sum of a positive and negative integers could be positive, negative, or 0. When you add a positive and negative integer, you are really subtracting. Then you give the answer the sign of the greater absolute value. Example, so 5 plus negative 1 equals positive 4 because the greater absolute value is positive 5. That's why the answer is positive. So example number 2, negative 5 plus 1 equals to negative 4. Negative 4 because the greater absolute value is negative 5. Example number 3, negative 5 plus 5 equals to 0. So class, is there any question, clarification about adding integers? Okay, so now let us proceed to subtracting integers. So rules for subtracting integers. So rule number 1 is to subtract integers, add its opposite. So you will need to correctly change all subtraction problems into addition. How do you change a subtraction into an addition problem? So there are the 3 steps. So first is keep the first integers the same. Second, change the subtraction sign into addition sign. And third, take the opposite of the number that immediately follows the newly placed addition sign. So example, 5 minus negative 2 equals, so to follow the steps. So the first step is to keep the integers the same. So positive 5. So the next step is change the subtraction sign into addition sign. That's why the minus sign is changed into addition sign. So step 3, take the opposite of the number that immediately follows the newly placed addition sign. So equals to the negative 2, it will become to positive 2. So 5 plus 2 equals to 7. So here is the example number 2. Who wants to solve this? Yes, Kyle? Okay, very good. Since you understand well the subtraction of integers, so now let us proceed to the third operation. So which is the multiplication. So rules for multiplying integers. So the product of two integers with the same signs is positive. Example, negative 23 times negative 4 equals to positive 92. Because the two integers with the same signs is positive. So example number 2, 4 times 7 equals to positive 28. So here is another example. Who want to solve this? Yes, Miguel? Okay. So very good. So the next rule is the product of two integers with different signs is negative. Example, negative 5 times 3 equals to negative 15. So, because the two integers with different signs is negative. So, example number 2, 4 times negative 3 equals to negative 12. So, here is another example. Who wants to answer this? Yes, Frank? Okay, very good. So, remember the rules for multiplication is positive times positive equals to positive. Negative times to negative is positive. Positive times negative equals negative. Negative times positive equals negative. Now for the last operation, let us now proceed to division. So the rules for dividing integers are, first is the quotient of two integers with the same signs is positive. For example, 35 divided by 5 equals to positive 9. Example number 2, negative 28 divided by negative 7 equals to positive 4. So, here is the example number 3. Who wants to solve this? Yes, Kim. Okay, very good. So, here is the rule. Here is the second rule of dividing integers. So, the second rule is the quotient of two integers with different signs is negative. Example, 18 divided by negative 3 equals to negative 6. Example number 2, negative 30 divided by 6 equals to negative 5. So, here is the example number 3. So, who wants to solve this? Yes, Frank? Okay, very good. So now, do you have any question regarding about the for operation of integers? So, since you don't have any question regarding to our topic, I will ask some questions. So, I put a sticker under your chair. And please look under your chair and get the sticker. So, those who get the sticker with the star can now sit back and relax. So, to those who get the sticker of the heart, so you are so lucky today because you have got a question. So, kindly read your question. Yes, Miss? So, your question is, what are the operation of integers? So, what are the four operation of integers? Miss Kim? Oh, very well. So, next question. Yes, Kyle? Is, in adding integers, what will be the sign of the sum if you add negative 14 and negative 8? Why? Okay, very good. So, how about the next question? Yes, Miguel? So, your question is, when you are multiplying two negative integers, what will be the sign of the product? Exactly. So, next questions is, in dividing integers, what is the quotient that will become negative? Okay, thank you. Very good. Next question, please. So, your question is, what do you think is the most important operation of integers? Precisely. So, next question again. So, your question is, why is an integer important to our life? Very good. How about the last question? Yes, Marian? So, your question is, give a specific scenario in which integers are being used. Expand your answer. So, very good. So, since you have already understand our lesson, so let us have our final activity. So, in this activity, we will measure your creativity. Since you already have your respective group, so I will no longer group you. This is your activity. You will construct 3 examples of integers with solutions. So, I have here a box. So, inside the box, there are the operations of integers. So you will pick a box to know what operation that you will use in your example. And another thing, you're going to prepare a yield. If you're going to present your output, you have to yield first. Class, I will give you 3 minutes to do your task and 2 minutes to present your output and yield. Is that clear? So, is there any question, clarification? If that's so representative of each group, come here in front and pick your box. So, group 1, what did you get? Addition. So, group 2, subtraction. And group 3, multiplication. And also the last group, group 4, division. So, okay class, you may start now. Up. Now, let's have the group number 1. Thank you. Group number 2. Thank you. Group number 3. Thank you. And the last group, group number 4. Thank you. Very good. So, thank you, group 4. So, okay class, since you enjoy our activity, give yourselves a good job clap. So, since you now have full of knowledge, get your ball pen and one whole sheet of paper and answer the problem below. So, direction. Read each question carefully. Choose the letter of the correct answer and write it on the space provided before each number. You may start now. Class, time's up. Let us check your paper. So everyone, exchange your paper with your seatmate. So class, are you done? So, okay. Who got the score of 5? 4, 3, 2, and below? Okay, very good. Keep up the good work. So, for your assignment, make your own 5 examples of each operation on integers. Write it in one whole sheet of paper. So, goodbye class. Thank you for listening today.